Hey everyone, welcome to Average Joe Preparedness. My name's Rick, and I'm an Average Joe. Okay, first things first. If you're watching this video and you see me, then obviously we survived the latest, oh my gosh, the world's gonna end. If you don't know what I'm talking about, because things get forgotten really quick. A few days ago, there was that national emergency broadcast, and if you watch like Twitter or YouTube or whatever, it was like, oh, this could happen, this is gonna happen, it was just crazy. Now, if you've been around, if you're new to preparedness and you happen to stop by, get used to it, because there's always something that's end of the world. If you've been here for a while, you know that. I've done videos after where I'm like, hey, we're still here, hey, we're still here, hey, we're still here. And if you look, I'm old enough that I have been through dozens and dozens of, oh my God, the world's gonna end. And yeah, that's not what this channel's for. If you don't know what it's for, if you're new here, I'm an average Joe. I live in suburbia, and I didn't find any channels for preparedness, basic emergency preparedness, practical preparedness, and I didn't find many that fit that niche for just regular people, regular people that just live in suburbia. What are they gonna do? So that's the reason I started this. So, and here I am. We're still here. Yes? Yes. And let me see what else. According to the big channels, okay, now understand, this is my journey, and you guys are with me, and we discuss stuff, and I show you things, and I show you how you can do things. But according to the big channels, you're supposed to like evolve. By now, I've been doing this for a couple years. I should be evolving past what I'm going to show you guys today. I'm going over one of the bags that's in my car, just a basic toolkit. I go over. You have to go over your stuff every once in a while. Make sure the batteries are still good. Make sure if you want to upgrade things. And yeah. So I still shoot these videos. I'm just going to show you guys what I do. It's what I do on this channel a lot of times, is just show you what I'm doing. And then we have discussions and comments, and I ask for input sometimes down below. But like I said, according to the big channels, you're not supposed to do this. By now, after a couple years, I should be over here in a worst case scenario and reading you guys the news, telling you guys what to think, and being sponsored and money, and what's that thing where I charge you like $2 to come and see important stuff? You guys get what I'm saying. So that's just not the way. So what we're going to do today is I'm basically just going to go over basic emergency preparedness. For a lot of people, it is for me. And it's one of the bags I have in my car, and it's the quick bag. And we'll go over it here in just a sec. Yes? Yes. Okay, in my car, admittedly, I have a few things. I have a get-home bag, which I've done other videos on. I don't know if I'm going to put it there. I have, all by itself, I have a nice wool blanket. I have a big old fire extinguisher sitting. It's kind of hidden in my car. Got little compartments. During the winter, I put kitty litter, if you guys are with me. And then I have kind of like an emergency bag. And it's for bigger emergencies than what this is for. This is a small bag that I can just grab real quick. And it's for what I've come in contact with. What is the most likely thing you're going to run into when you're going down the road? Does that make sense? Now, I'm sure everybody's got their own experience. Everybody's got their own take on life. And there's no hard set rules, I don't think, except that you decide, hey, I'm going to have something for the stuff I run into on the road. Hey, I'm going to learn from my experience or the experience of others. And hey, I'm going to adjust when I need to. I think those are the rules. If anybody disagrees, let me know. Yes? Yes. So let's take a look at it real quick. I have the standard bag. You guys have seen this one before if you've been here for a while. I am not sponsored. These were on sale once. I bought a couple of them. I thought they were pretty cool. So I have now this is for just normal stuff, guys. You know what I mean? Not emergency stuff, but people on the side of the road. I've got a toolkit with there used to be a knife in here. There isn't. This is just a, what do you guys call these? Multi-tools? Yes. I have a tire gauge, and to go along with that, fix a flat. You guys picking up what I'm talking about normal things that you see on the side of the road. I have 1 little flashlight. I have 1 little headlamp. I have gloves. I have a safety reflective triangle. I have a safety vest because I don't want to die while I'm doing it. And you guys have seen this if you've been around. I have my jumper cables. Now, the reason I paused on these to show them is these have been upgraded. So I'm a big advocate of start with something. Have something. If you have even the cheapest jumper cables, as long as you're careful with them, will work. You guys with me? But now, I don't know if you guys want to see these. I've already shown them. these are honking jumper cables. So I eventually upgraded. And that's what I recommend. That's how I go through life, is get something. Start with something. Something is better than nothing. And then as you get an opportunity to upgrade, to upgrade, to upgrade. Case in point, is this reflective triangle. I had another one in here and it was cheap and cheesy and it kept falling over. You guys with me? So eventually, but it was there, it was reflecting, it was trying to keep me safe. So then I got a better one. Yes, when I could. Because this stuff costs money. But again, something is better than nothing. Yes? Yes. Now, please remember, this is not all I have in my car. This is just a bag. I grab real quick if somebody's pulled over on the side of the road, they got a flat tire, they need a jump. I don't know, what it is. People are on the side of the road with their little emergency flashes on. I pull over and I say, hey, what's up? But I can grab this bag real quick. You guys with me? That's what it's for. And if you look at checklists, I point because I have some right here. There are checklists out there for basically an emergency kit for your car or a safety kit or whatever. They come with different names. And you will find that pretty much most of this stuff, there's other things, which are my car in different bags, but most of this stuff is on those lists. And hopefully you guys are looking at it and not going, oh my gosh, why do you have that? I hope you guys look at it and go, oh yeah, totally, that makes sense, and that makes sense, and it's not a big deal. And I chalk this one up to basic emergency preparedness. For jumper cables, again, I have a fire extinguisher I'm not showing you, some fix-a-flat. Come on, this is not zombie apocalypse stuff, guys. Yes? Yes. And there we go. Everything's put away. It fits in this little, see what I'm saying? I can just grab this and go see what people need. But what I did do while I had it out was I made sure, because it happened in the past, and I try to learn from my lessons, and I try to get other people to learn from my lessons so you don't have to learn from it, is like a fix-a-flat. I had one, the little cap had come off, the thing had been depressed, and it was worthless. So I checked the fix-a-flat. It's good still. I checked the batteries in the little headlamp and in the flashlight to make sure they're still good. And in other bags, I'll get other bags, and I don't know if you guys want to see them again, but my evolution in the bags and how they change. But things that you need to look at, once in a while. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. No big deal, but I brought you along with me. Yes? Yes. Okay, a couple quick updates from here. Winter is coming, and we'll do videos on that, winter preparedness, because I'll adjust things that I have, and hopefully it's just to give you guys ideas of things you should take into consideration, or maybe adjustments if you have kits, which you might want to adjust for. Yes? But the point being is the gardens, for those of you who are around for just the gardens, is we got a cold snap. It's warmed up just a little bit, but you'll see I'm wearing this. So cold is coming, fall is here. So my plants, I'm hoping that they finish off their fruits and vegetables just before. I don't know if they're all going to get a chance before they finally get frozen and die. Yes? But hopefully, we'll see. So the carrots are doing great. Tomatoes haven't changed color yet. I'm cropping them off. By the way, if you're new here, for years, I'm learning how to do a garden. And I chalk this up to practical preparedness. And I usually tell people it takes years to learn how to do it. And that's the truth. So that's why we're going over this. So yeah, the tomatoes, I'm like chopping off the tops. I'm trying to force them for the tomatoes that are there to put their energy into it and get them to finish ripening up before winter comes. I'm doing the same thing with all my vine plants. I cut the tips off of them. Any little ones that they're growing, I cut those off to focus the plant on just the ones that I want. And we'll see. It's the zone I live in. It's when I planted them. Next year, I'm going to learn to plant them earlier and plant the little things and transplant them, and we'll see how that goes. Yes? But yeah, winter is coming. The growth slowing, the beans are producing less, and yeah, so it's a good indication. If you don't know by going outside or watching the weather, it's a good indication from Mother Nature that winter is coming and things are changing. Yes? Yes. And then we're going to touch base on when it comes to food. Two of my favorite things that I talk about a lot, and that's bread and soups. Yes? And then different forms we'll get to in a second. But breads and soups have been keeping us alive forever. For millennia, let me put it that way. And for some reason, people have gotten away from it. So if you feel like doing stuff in the kitchen, which I do, then that's what I would recommend. So yeah, I made a loaf of sweet bread and gave it to the daughter-in-law. She stopped by yesterday for the grandkids. Opa bread. They love that stuff. They don't know that they're actually eating Think of the vegetable here in a second. Zucchini. That's right. My grandchildren are eating zucchini in their bread, and they don't even know it. And so breads, because you can make breads out of just about anything. If you guys don't have cookbooks, if you want to Google it, bread recipes, and you will find fruits, vegetables, you name it, you can make it into a bread. And I made a regular loaf of bread. It's about halfway gone because I use it and I cut thick pieces and it's huge, and I make sandwiches out of it or toast it. And then I made stew, which I put under soups. Soups to me is everything from broth to stew. It's just different variants of fluid and size of stuff, but basically it's all soup. And when I make my stews, I do it in the slow cooker. I get in the fridge, and any leftovers, I throw them in there, which is one of the cool things about stews or soups or whatever you want to call them. You can just throw anything in there. You simmer it long enough and it all tastes good. And I took my huge chunk of bread that I made with no preservatives, no GMO, no additives, no artificial nothing. And I toasted it, and then I put the stew over the top of it. The stew I made with carrots and onions and green beans, not the potatoes out of my yard because I haven't, my garden, because I haven't done those yet, but I will soon. So I make it out of the stuff that's here plus some other stuff, and it was really good. Yes? Yay. Okay, well, it's fall, and that's usually when I go through my bags to prepare them for winter. This one didn't need any real preparation, but the other ones will. I do that in fall and spring. In spring, I do it to get them kind of prepped and double check that they're good for summer. So it's fall, which means winter is coming. So now I'm doing yard prep, and I recommend for wherever you are in your journey, whatever you're doing, is find indications for you. Mine, like I said, is spring and fall, where you check your stuff. Get in the habit of checking your stuff, because you're going to find once in a while you'll run into stuff and you'll be like, oh man, that went bad, that blew up, that doesn't work anymore. And stuff for emergency preparedness or practical preparedness, if it doesn't work, it doesn't do you any good. Yes? Oh, and a final note. Like I said, people are supposed to evolve when they do these channels, and I'm not supposed to show you this stuff anymore. I told you I'm supposed to just read you the news and tell you what to think and all that good kind of stuff. Well, I got one more thought on that. This is my journey. This is my channel. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like a jerk. But here's the thing. If you've evolved, and I hope you guys do, if you've evolved past me to where you're like, you know what, Rick, it was fun hanging out with you for a while, but I'm all past that stuff and I've moved on, you know, to greener pastures or whatever. I have no issue with that. And I'm kind of hopeful that people do. I'm kind of hopeful that people move along the preparedness spectrum or whatever the heck you want to call it. And I want you to get past me. You're with me? For you guys, I'm going to pull you up, and for these, I'll push you, and I hope you get past me. Do me a favor though. Come on now. And I'm just asking, if eventually you get to where you're like, yeah, Rick, I'm not going to, thanks buddy, but I'm out of here. If you could like leave me a little thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey Rick, thanks man. It was cool hanging out with you, but I got to go. And that would be nice. I mean, to be honest, I would like it to know when people move past me. Yes? Yes. All right, but if you do, you know, come back once in a while, say hi. Anyways, that about wraps it up from here, man. I think I did a short one because I got stuff to do, and I'm sure you guys do too. So I hope this finds you well. I hope you are happy. I hope you stay positive, and I hope for whatever life brings you, you are being prepared.